Hi, this is Congressman Guy Reschenthaler, and you're listening to Get Going with Guy, a conservative's guide to cutting through the propaganda of the woke left in the mainstream media. We're approaching 100 days of Joe Biden in office. And from the days when Joe Biden was hiding in his basement calling for bipartisanship, unity, and civility, we haven't had much of that, have we? Think about January 20th, when Joe Biden was inaugurated. I remember it very clearly. It was cold, Bernie Sanders was wearing mittens, and Joe Biden called for unity, civility, and bipartisanship, then proceeded to bash President Trump, his supporters, and Republicans in the House and the Senate. And this hypocrisy, this lack of accountability for doublespeak, it hasn't stopped since January 20th. You have an example of it this week when Maxine Waters, before the verdict was announced in the George Floyd case, got in front of a crowd and said, we've got to stay on the street. We've got to get more active. We've got to get more confrontational. We've got to make sure that they know that we mean business. Intimidation, fiery rhetoric, a call to violence. It's clearly not bipartisan. It's clearly not a call for unity. And it's clearly not civil. Yet for some reason, the Democrats claim that they have a high ground, claim that they are the party of civility. Doubt me? Let's go through some quotes from the so-called party of civility. You have Beto O'Rourke saying that, quote, literally Republicans want to sacrifice the lives of our fellow Texans. That wasn't enough for Beto. Beto also said that the Republican Party is a cult of death. Nancy Pelosi, the Speaker of the House, the leader of the Democrats in Congress, said, I just don't even know why they aren't uprising all over the country. Ayanna Pressley said, there needs to be unrest in the streets for as long as there's unrest in our lives. Sure sounds like the party of civility to me, gang. And then Joe Biden, the man who calls for bipartisanship, the man who proclaims to be a moderate. He said that this is a battle for the soul of the nation while he accepted his party's nomination. Sounds a little fiery to me. And let's go back to Maxine Waters. Remember, when President Trump was elected, Maxine Waters told a group that if you see members of the Trump cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd and you push back on them and you tell them they're not welcome anywhere. You've got to get the children connected to their parents. That is the party of civility. And when they had a chance this week to censure Maxine Waters, to show that they actually stood for civility, for a cooling of temperature, you know how they voted? In lockstep, 100% to protect Maxine Waters, to condone the language that she uses, to condone the fiery rhetoric that you see from Maxine Waters and other members of the left. Thankfully, we have conservatives that will actually call out and condemn this fiery rhetoric, that will call for a cooling of the temperature, and will ask that we move forward in a civil manner. Republicans actually mean it. Democrats only use this language to advance their far left liberal cause. That's it for today, gang. I'll see you next time. And as always, just call me Guy.